All right, guys, welcome to the completely free high-ticket dropshipping course, module number 3, going over website setup. Now, inside of this module, we'll be talking about everything you need to do in order to get up your website and start contacting and securing suppliers. Now, with this step, there's not going to be any technical videos that goes over what you need to do. Click this, click that, click this, and click this. That stuff is paid, part of the paid program. But if you can figure things out on your own, this is the exact roadmap that you need to take in order to see your first sale with high ticket dropshipping and get to 10K a month profit. So right off the bat with website setup, we need to choose a store name. So we like to use Namecheap in order to buy our domain names, mainly because this is relatively inexpensive. Plus, it's very simple to use, set up, and they have great support. So when choosing a store name, make sure you do not have maximum, or make sure you don't have over 3 words. What I mean by this is if you were selling like desk, your domain name should not be Trevor's Green Stand-Up Desk Direct.com. There's way more than 3 words. Only have maximum 3 words, and preferably you want to use 2 words if possible, but 3 words should be your maximum inside your domain name, because the more words you have in your domain name, it's just going to be harder to memorize. So something like Amazon, there's just 1 word. It's more likely to be remembered. Something like Ashley Furniture, that's relatively easy to remember. But something, like, I don't know, BestBuy.com, Sam's Club, that's 2 words. But 3 words should be your maximum. In terms of your domain name, always use a .com domain. Make sure it's brandable, but not too narrow. What I mean by this is if you are selling like desk, don't do standupdeskdirect.com. Do something like livingroomparadise.com or something like that, where you're still niche down where you're selling living room furniture, but you're not just selling the living room stand-up desk. So don't be too narrow, but also be a brandable domain. Next, we're going to talk about building your demo store. But before that, we need to buy our domain from Namecheap. So find your domain, make sure you use .com, make sure it's brandable, and purchase your domain through Namecheap. Very easy to do. So buy your domain via Namecheap, and then we need to register our Gsuite accounts. So what you need to do is just look up Google Workspace, and essentially Google Workspace is a way to get a brandable email. So what I mean by this is if I own the website mydeskdirect.com, I can essentially have Trevor@mydeskdirect.com as the email. And what that does is it's a more professional email that we need to essentially use to secure, brands in the industry. They're not going to be accepting retailers that have a just traditional Gmail account. So this is a well-worthy investment. And in terms of pricing for this, just pick the business starter plan. It's only $6 a month per user. You ideally want to have 3 users for your store. 1 should be support, where you are going to be talking to customers. 1 which is wholesale, which is where you will be sending purchase orders or orders to your suppliers. And 1 should be your own name. So for example, Trevor@mydeskdirect.com. And this is where you will be outreaching to suppliers and building that relationship in order to sell their products on your website. So once you register your Gsuite account via Google Workspace, make sure you set up your 3 accounts. And after you have done that, there's going to be some steps regarding like verifying your email and MX records. That is fairly straightforward, but if you don't know how to do that, you can use Google or use their helpful support. They will help you, guide you to connect your email account with Google Workspace. That way, you can use Google Workspace to send emails with 100% delivery rates. Now, along with setting up your email accounts, you can also do email warm-up. Now, in terms of email warmup, I recommend you use this tool. It's called instantly.ai. I use this for a lot of my email outreach, mainly for SEO purposes, but this has a very nice feature, which you do monthly. It's only $37, and you have unlimited email accounts where you can just connect your email accounts and warm up automatically. This is essentially necessary in order to make sure our emails are not going to our recipient's spam folder, because if it goes to our the person that we're emailing spam folder, the email is kind of useless. You can also do it manually if you want to just subscribe to a few newsletters and just act like a human. It takes about 2 weeks to warm up your email completely, and with Instantly, you can do it on autopilot essentially. But if you don't want to and just want to do it for free, just subscribe to a few newsletters and just click on it every couple days and just act a human. Send emails back and forth. And just act human essentially. So make sure you verify your domain with Google Workspace. That's part of the MX records with Namecheap. So that should be pretty straightforward. Email warm up, where you just talked about designing your logo. So your logo for your store should be simple. So if you want to create a logo for free, use the Canva logo maker. Canva is a free tool. Excellent way to create a logo very fast and efficient. You can also use like free logo generators, and there's plenty of websites to help you generate a logo. Just make sure you can use it for commercial use, because that's basically what we're going to be using it for. But you can also use it to get ideas and then design your own via Canva. So logos should be very straightforward. In terms of a good logo, I would opt for a more simple logo. So if your website is deskdirect.com, just do desk and direct, but don't do, just don't make the logo super fancy. It doesn't have to be. In terms of a good logo to look at, Amazon is like the very best example, because obviously their logo is just one word, but it's very, very simple. It's just literally the word, and it has a little slogan or just a little icon. You can add that if you want. It adds a little bit of touch to your branding. Now I would just opt for a more simplistic design at the end of the day. That's what is most important. Okay, so after you design your logo, we created our Shopify account. There will be a link in the description to get your Shopify account for $1 for 3 months. This is a currently limited time deal, so make sure you check out the link in the description if you want to get that promotion that is currently going on for only I think it's 3 free days and then 3 months for $1 a month. So you're basically getting like 93 days for $3, which is a lot cheaper than what it normally would be, which is like closer to $100. So after you create your Shopify account, got your domain set up, design your logo, you want to be adding your demo products to your store. So for your demo products, you essentially want to add products that you take with your smartphone. So pick up your smartphone. There's my smartphone, and then what you want to do is just take pictures of random things. I don't know, stuff like this. This mug. This is a Jarvis mug. Just take pictures of things, 3 products ideally, and upload them to your store. The idea behind this is we want to be approved from Merchant Center. Google Merchant Center is what we will be using to essentially run Google Shopping ads. Google Shopping ads are these ads right here. They're a little listing of a box. You click on it and it takes you to the ad. So with that being said, we want to add 3 demo products to Merchant Center and then get approved from Merchant Center. So you have to apply for the Merchant Center. So look up Merchant Center, and it should be Google Merchant Center, showcase or show your business and products across Google. So there is a free option, but you're not going to make that much revenue from free listings. Most of the revenue will come from paid Google Shopping. So sign up for free, Oh, okay, this is actually Google Business Profile. Maybe they rebranded something. Look at Google Merchant Center. Okay, they might have just rebranded to Google for Retail, something like that. But yeah, Google. This should still be Google Merchant Center. Yep, it looks like listed products on Google straight from e-commerce solution. We use Shopify, so it looks like they just rebranded to like Google for Retail instead of Google Merchant Center. But it's still the same thing. You just want to link your Shopify account once you are approved for Google Merchant Center. So when you're building out your demo store, here are some essentials of a high converting store. So you want to have 3 colors max. So one of the best examples that I like to showcase is HomeDepot.com. If you look at HomeDepot.com, there's really not too many colors. There's orange, obviously, and then there's the white and black for text. They also have this bluish color, blue-greenish color for some of the headings. That's 3 colors. They also have green for sale, but so that's 4 colors. You ideally want to have maximum 3 colors to keep it simple. Home Depot does a good job. They obviously have 4, which is completely fine because the green is just to showcase the sale. So they only have like 3 colors in terms of like headings, the font, and where text is being read. Green is completely fine because it showcases the sale. So have 3 colors max. Opt for a simplistic design, and you should use 1 to 2 fonts throughout your entire website. It says 1 font right here, but most sites probably use about 2 fonts max. But if you can, stick with 1 font. It's just some like parts of the website, it looks better with 1 font compared to another. So stick with 2 fonts maximum. And lastly, we want to be looking at competitors for inspiration. So Home Depot is one great example. So you can look at their homepage and see what they're doing, and you can kind of essentially be inspired by them and mimic their design. Look at their product pages, see what they're doing well, and see how you can implement the same thing that they're doing on your website. So make sure to just always be looking at website. Home Depot is not just one. There's others like Wayfair. So just look at their website, see what they're doing well on, and just mimic them. So in terms of recommended themes, because themes are essentially template for your website, my recommended theme is Empire, but there's others like Expanse and Warehouse, depending on what your taste is in terms of website design. Empire theme, you just look up Empire theme. This is a very, very popular theme. A lot of people are using it, and to good reason, because it's built for a large catalog. You have all of these right here. Headers and menus. You have search function. You have quick links. You have a quick you have an account similar to Amazon. You have social media links, more stuff, and the product pages are pretty good right off the bat. You have these tabs. You have reviews. You have all these little sections right here. Your USP, like your unique selling points, and your headers all look very good. So Empire thing, I think, is a very, very good to. There's not a lot of customization that you need to do in order to make it look good. Another one that I recommend is Warehouse theme. Also a very, very good industrial theme. Now, depending on what you're selling, you can definitely customize it to your liking. But what Empire does well, I think it does better on the design aspect. But what Warehouse does is it's very industrial. If you have a more industrial industry where it's not very like sleek and sexy, I feel like furniture does better with Empire. And if you're selling like, I don't know, machinery, then Warehouse might look better because it just is built for industrial look. But it's up to you. At the end of the day, both of them work, and I would not overthink the theme. So here are some must-have Shopify apps and softwares in order to get set up with launching your store. So Simprose's Google Shopping feed is essentially, it connects Google Shopping and your store. So any products that you upload onto your Shopify store will automatically be pulled into Merchant Center. And Merchant Center is the software that will allow you to run these shopping ads right here. So these are the apps. There's also Tidio, Talk, Chatter for live chat. Live chat is this little, we'll see if any of these websites don't really have it, but okay, Home Depot has it. It's just this little pop-up right here where you can chat to an expert and get your answer, or get your questions answered. So Tidio and Chatter are paid options. Talk is free. So if you want a free solution, Talk is excellent. Now with Tidio and Chatter, the only reason why it's paid is they have like little automations where you can do pop-ups on specific pages and whatnot. But if you're just starting out, Talk, it should be talk.to. So talk.to is a free option to add to your website. It looks like this. People can start a conversation. Very, very useful and easy to use. Also, we need a phone number for our store. So OpenPhone is a very affordable option where you can call and text your customers. Keeper, this is essentially what it does is if you have a customer that's shopping on their phone, they add in, let's say they are shopping for, I don't know, a restaurant fryer, for example. They add it to their cart on their phone, but they didn't check out fully. But if they have the same Google account logged in on their computer, they will, once they go back to your website, they will have the same item on their cart. So it's very easy. It kind of gives it a more seamless feel without having them to log in. So highly recommend this. This is free as well. Zapier automation tool. It does it automates a lot of tedious tasks, such as letting you know when there's a abandoned checkout. That's more advanced, but not completely necessary in the beginning, but it's nice to have. Judge Me, this is for reviews. Definitely have this on your website. There is a free option that's more than sufficient to get your reviews displayed on your website. And then Buddha, which is a mega menu app, and if you look up Buddha mega menu, essentially you can just create like complex menus like this, depending on how large your catalog is. It's optional. I use it for most of my stores. Once I have a large enough catalog, it keeps it organized. But in the beginning, if you don't have any, if you don't have a lot of collections and products, then just using Empire and just its simple menu in the top, it's more than sufficient. So after you have everything set up, your demo store, all your products and apps installed, you don't actually want to install Simprose's Google Shopping feed until you're approved for Merchant Center. So very, very important to know that. Don't install any of these apps. If you just want to keep it simple, don't install any apps until you're approved for Merchant Center. Just keep it simple like that. Once you are set up with Merchant Center, however, you can install all these apps. So to set up Merchant Center, you need to sign up for Google Merchant Center, add a demo products from your store, and apply to run Google Shopping ads. Approval usually takes about 72 hours. There are instances where you might be rejected, and in that instance, you would have to look at your policy pages on your website. If you need some example policy pages, you can look at find a competitor. I just looked up Fireplace right here, and I just clicked on one. Essentially, what you want to do is just look at their policy pages if you want to make sure you're compliant with Google Merchant Center. So look through their policies and see exactly where you may be having issues with Google Merchant Center. Your policies should be very visibly displayed on your website in order to get approved from Merchant Center. I don't really want to talk about too much inside of here because there's a lot of things to essentially talk about, but setting up Merchant Center is pretty straightforward. Just if you run into errors and if you don't know and you want a direct solution, you can look on Fiverr for a person to help you with Merchant Center, because like the more technical stuff is part of the paid program, where we give you exactly the policies to use. But if you don't have that, you can use someone from Fiverr to help you fix Merchant Center suspensions. Suspensions are very normal. It's not permanent. You will get it fixed if you stay persistent and keep following up with Google support. Once you are all approved for Merchant Center, however, you're ready to go to start ads. But before we actually get ads started, we need suppliers on our website. So in the next module, we're going to be talking about how we will be able to get suppliers and onboard them onto our website. So I'll see you guys in the next module, and thank you for staying tuned and watching it all the way through module 3, which is website setup. And drop a like if you liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.